Good morning everybody, Sara here from Black Sheep Wools with my August catch-up. Lots of things to update you on today, some of which you will also see on the latest blog post on our inspiration section of the website. There's something secret on there that I can't talk about because my daughter's in here today and it's for her. So have a look on the blog post, you'll find all out about it. But here you go. This is something I finished two things I think this month. Two things. This is my absolute favourite. I love this. This is the Petite Knits Anchor Summer Tee that I've knitted in King Cole Cotton Soft. Started this last month when I was on holiday. It was great plain knitting and great holiday knitting. Beautiful pattern. I've done 2 petite knit patterns now. They are so beautifully written. They really are. I think I've said this before, but Barbara in the shop described them to me as they almost knit themselves, and they do. The way she places the increasing and so on is fabulous. Knitted this in King Cole Cotton Soft DK. Beautiful yarn that I've used for crochet previously, but never for knitting. It's gorgeous. It's really, really, really nice. Beautifully soft, knits beautifully. Don't think I found a knot in any of the balls. What I will show you though, if you look closely on the back, you will see a paw print somewhere around here that Jasper's done. So it will go in the wash, and thankfully it is machine washable. So this is the Petite Knits Anchor Summer Tee. I also finished this. I'm going to put it on. This is the King Cole Toasty cardigan that I challenged myself to knit in a weekend. Crochet in a weekend, should I say. I will say it would be possible to do this in a weekend, but just not the weekend I chose because I had loads of other things on. I love this. It doesn't fit me. I did the medium. It's too small for me. My squares came up to the right size. I crocheted it all together. It just doesn't look great on me. It is too small. However, Emma in customer services has tried it on. Looks fabulous on her. It really does. Looks great on my girls. So definitely go for this. It crochets up in no time. So that's the King Cole Toasty. Toasty comes in loads of beautifully bright colours. Crochet patterns designed by Cassie Ward, which I know a lot of you will know from our make-alongs. She designed the Spring Chill cardigan. So there you go. This is the Toasty cardigan. Now, let's show you what's in the bags. I have also made a couple of other secret things that I can't show you until Rowan launch on the Sunday, 1st of September. So, show you this. Now this is a make-along from ages ago. This was the Flax from last year, which for lots of us was our first top-down sweater. And this is where I'm up to. I've knitted this in James C. Brett Croftland Aran, which is just a beautiful yarn. Great price. 200 gram balls, and honestly it feels like it should be much more expensive than it is. I'm going to try and pop this on. I might end up popping sleeves off. If you remember, I picked this up a while ago and I started to knit the sleeves again, and I started to knit the sleeves and ended up with a line here because I'd used the wrong needle size, so I've undone them and started again. So easy. I'm hoping this will fit on over. Oh, there you go. Yeah, can't see you now without my glasses, but here. Oh, there you go. This is my Flax, which I really like. I've made mine slightly shorter, but look at this. It's a great, again, another great design. Top down is such a joy. When I finish these sleeves, I've got no sewing up to do. I've just got some ends to sew in. So like I say, this is in the Croftland Aran. But yeah, how fabulous is that? Now, Flax you can make. I think I'm right in saying that Flax you can. The Flax pattern comes for different weights of yarns. It's from Tin Can Knit. It's worth downloading the Tin Can Knit app, because what you can do on the app, which I'm not a great lover of apps and digital things when I'm knitting. I like to put my phone and my laptop away, and I use a pen and a paper to mark my rows. I'm old-fashioned like that. What you can do on the Tin Can Knits Flax app is great, is you pick your size and then all the stitch counts, etc., just for your size are there, which is great. So there you go. This is Tin Can Knits Flax. And I'll show you what's in here. Oh, I forgot. This is a new one from Stylecraft, which is yarn blending using a strand of Stylecraft Impressions and a strand of Stylecraft Grace. And I am making that one. Making the round neck version. My tension, got my tension squares here. So I did a tension square. You're supposed to use 8mm needles for the body. That is my tension square for 8mm needles. It was too small. And I know it's on my 8mm needles because my little tip that I've picked up along the way off somebody is I've tied 8 knots in that bit, so I know I use size 8mm needles. But like I say, it was too small. I then redid it on 9mm needles. There's 9 knots in there, and it worked perfectly. And it's amazing when you look at this, and I know I go on and on and on about tension squares, but honestly, it is the best thing you can do to improve your knitting. Look at the difference in those tension squares. It's just one size of needle, which shows if I'd have carried on the 8mm, how much smaller this would have come up. One strand of impressions and one strand of grace gives you a really, really, really beautiful fabric. These are the 2 colours I'm using. They just knit up beautifully. I fell in love with this garment on the spot. Fell in love with it at the Stylecraft meeting back in, gosh, possibly June. So much so that I left the meeting with a kit. Now, I don't do that very often. I am incredibly lucky and I can get gifted a lot of yarn. I find it a little bit overwhelming. So quite often I don't, but I literally saw this like, yeah, I would really, really like to make that. So this is pattern 10087, and it is Stylecraft, strand of Stylecraft Impressions, strand of grace. It's also worth looking at the other new patterns in this range. This is the only one that uses yarn blending, but what they've done with their patterns, which is brilliant, they've done a perfect range of patterns. I think there's 6 of them. You can knit them in either Impressions or in grace, and they give a completely different look. And honestly, it is a great pattern collection. When we launched it last week, we sold out of most of the patterns. So there you go, that's that one. So that is just some of the things that have been keeping me busy. And as I say, there's been a couple of top secret projects as well. I can get my words out. But there you go, everybody. What's kept me busy in August?